Next we'll have with us is Bishop David Ritchie. Bishop David Ritchie is a wise man from the great state of Alabama, and we know as the Supreme Court picks our nearing nomination, Bishop Ritchie has an incredible voice in that state, but we'd like to welcome him. He is the senior pastor of the Gulf Coast Christian Center, as well as the presiding bishop of Operation Mobile, if I want to make sure I have that correctly, Operation Mobile International Churches.
Thanks a lot, Pastor Derek.
Yes, sir.
I also want to echo the sentiments of the previous speakers, but I want to address both of the topics that we're talking about today. A lot of our young people in our group, they use this word, and when I first heard it, they used the word crazy. They said, "This is crazy. This is crazy." And so now I'm saying it. This is crazy. But what's happening to our nation is crazy. I travel around the world. I oversee churches in Nigeria and Cuba and other nations. And the difference in our nation and other nations is the civility that we have. When we have missionaries that come to our nation, one of the things that I've heard them say is that everything works here. Everything works.
Wow.
They're surprised that everything works, when the traffic lights and everything. Our legislature is supposed to work. Our checks and balances are supposed to work. We go to the voting booths and we vote for people, and the one that is elected is the one that we say we want to lead, and that's it. And then the next time someone else comes in, and we're looking at now that people are saying we don't want that person because of, and we're turning into to other nations where we're saying, now let's start fighting, let's start arguing, let's start taking it to the streets. Let's no longer make things work. Let's begin to fight. Let's tear each other apart. The problem with Maxine Waters is not Maxine Waters because she learned that behavior. So I don't really have a problem with her. I have a problem with the people that are not saying they have a problem with her. That's the problem. She learned that behavior because people did it to her, so now she's doing it to others. But why isn't anyone jumping up and down and saying, you can't do that? We have order in the United States. You can't do that to people. The next election, we'll elect someone else maybe. But right now, sit down, be quiet, and do what you're told. That's the way it is. In Alabama recently, we had a real divisive election, and I want to address that just for a moment. We now have a senator. I want to address my senator from Alabama, Senator Doug Jones. And sir, if you perhaps would listen to this, I would ask you that this is a time that you can really bring our state together by choosing this awesome pick that's been chosen for the next Supreme Court justice. As I looked at his credentials, I say, wow, this guy has really been chosen to be, he has actually been made to be a Supreme Court justice. All of his credentials says that he is he didn't say I'm a Republican when he made choices. He didn't say I'm a Democrat when he made choices. He looked at the law and he made decisions. And that's what I saw that he did, the way he made his decisions. And I said that he would make the best Supreme Court justice that we've ever seen almost. And so, Doug Jones, sir, this would be an excellent opportunity for you as a Democrat to come up behind him and say yes and amen and unify the great state of Alabama. Would you do that, sir? Thank you so much for listening.